But it's okay. We're not even worried about him. I really want to fight Shakur.
No, we need that Haney fight too, though.
No, I know. That's always going to be there, though. But that's who I want to fight. I want to go from Barrios to Shakur.
Oh, like straight to it.
Yeah.
What 47?
44.
You're making 44.
I'll make a whole division called 44. Me and Shakur.
44?
He said he'd do it.
No rehydration. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a huge fight too.
Yeah, and I know he's confident, so let's run it.
Core at 44. What do you think?
I love the fight. I think that's perfect. I think it'll be a lot of excitement to that fight. It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked. Either way, he don't stand a chance.
But I do have Shakur beating him, though.
Yo,
I do have you beating him.
Yo, ass.
I'll that gap right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber gap tooth tiger. Oh my God, I'll do you dirty, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, if I have you though. Oh my, here we go. Hey, not the same fighter. Hey, not the same fighter. Not the same. Hey, when I put a beating on you, what are you gonna say? When I put a beating on you, what are you gonna say?
Ryan Garcia stepped up with full confidence and threw down the gauntlet at Shakur Stevenson, telling everyone he has the quickness and the tools to handle Shakur whenever they share the same ring.
They're gonna be all thinking he's gonna spank me, blah blah blah, all this.
Right.
And when I get in there and I start hitting him, it's gonna be a whole. Cause I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. He like I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has. I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did. They robbed me because of, you know, your coach was doing something with that girl at the USA boxing. Don't think I don't know that. I know this shit. And talking about shit, you shit your pants at the Junior Golden Gloves.
Shakur didn't flinch one bit and shot straight back, saying he's ready to get in there with Ryan and put on a total beatdown no matter what version of Garcia walks through that door.
Was a judge in our fight, but she had like influence on like the judging of the fight.
What about him saying that he thought that you think he really won the fight? How close was that fight?
It was an easy fight. It was not a hard fight. He's lying.
All right, so Shakur Stevenson accepts your challenge, Ryan Garcia, at 144. Yeah. Coppinger says he can't make 44 anyway.
I'll be at his fight. Tell him, talk that shit.
Shakur made one thing crystal clear to Ryan, telling him to stop playing around because he is nowhere near Devin Haney's level and needs to wake up to who he's actually dealing with.
I heard this before. I heard this. Tio said he was going to do a lot of things to me. He said he was going to knock me out. It sounds good, but Ryan Garcia got to understand one thing that's very important. I'm not Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. I'm not Devin Haney.
How are you different than Devin Haney?
With all due respect to Devin Haney, he got his game, but my game is at a higher level. My defense is way better. I could stand there in front of guys and defend myself. And I don't think Devin Haney has the type of defense I got that.
I totally agree with you on that. Where's my camera? I totally agree with him on that, and I like that.
And he's a hell of a fighter.
He's a good fighter, but he's not you. He's not you.
I agree.
He's not you. Is that a fight you want against him, or do you believe that there should be bigger fights on the horizon for you than a Devin Haney fight?
No, I think the Devin Haney fight.
Shakur had zero hesitation agreeing to step on the scale at 143 pounds, even telling Ryan he could balloon up to 190 as long as the agreed fighting weight gets hit on fight day.
And I thought, wait a second, like the Haney fight is like the one that makes the most sense. Like it's a huge fight. There's built-in bad blood there. You felt like you got screwed in that whole situation. You want it back. Why is Shakur taking like the top now instead of a Haney rematch?
I just think that I'm one of those guys that I will just beat him, and I just think that everybody thinks he's just some savant in the ring, and I'm just here to take that away. That's pretty much what it is. They thought Devin Haney was the same way. He's unbeatable. That's what Eddie Hearn said, right? And then went and beat his ass. Same thing with Shakur. I know people are saying he's pound for pound, this and that, but I don't see it. He gonna have to prove it. I beat him in the amateurs. I'll beat him again. and I will hurt him. You don't understand me? Like, I will humble him in ways that he's never been humbled.
Shakur threw it out there with total conviction that it doesn't matter if the name across from him is Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, both of them are going to hit a wall and realize he's just on a whole different level.
He big as hell, like, that walking around 180, I'm walking around, I ain't gonna tell y'all my weight, but I'm walking around not too far from my weight. So, he big as hell, so truthfully, yeah, it can happen. I just think it gotta be at a reasonable weight, and I don't want no, like, rehydration clause. I don't want nothing that's gonna take away from me actually beating him. So, he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some...
Things got spicy during a live back and forth when Shakur got in Ryan's face by bringing up Rolando Romero, flat out telling everyone that nobody on this planet walks out of the ring having beaten him.
Fight Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney.
I would rather fight either or. I think any of these guys get in front of me, they got a lot to deal with.
Who are you here with? Are these people, who's your manager? I know you got your brother.
My manager is Jay Prince, he not here.
Jay Prince is not here. Let me tell you something right now. I don't like your answers because I want you to get paid. Okay, your Devin Haney's not going to get you paid.
You don't think so?
No.
Why don't you think that?
Because, look.
He's a big name. I'm a big name.
He's not that. Look,
everybody wants to see that fight.
Let me be respectful because I like David.
Henry Garcia jumped in and made it clear that right now all eyes are locked on the Mario Barrios fight, and once that business gets handled then Shakur's name will come back up on the to-do list.
I was there.
Hey, no, when I put a beat on you, when I'm talking about you, you got no power. You got no power.
And laws, and you still scare him to this day.
No, you, bro. I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Yeah, you fix the teeth. You fix the teeth, but I'm gonna knock that right back in. I'm gonna bam, bam.
It's Shakur's time right now.
Well, hold on, Shakur. How do you answer to those who say you have to have a certain amount of power to keep the elite fighters off you? Because Ryan's saying you don't hit hard enough to keep elite fighters off you. What do you say to that?
I will be Ryan, I will be Tio, I'll be Devin, I'll be all these guys, bro. All these guys are good fighters. I don't take none away from them, but...
Henry Garcia also opened up about getting his relationship with his son back on solid ground, saying Ryan is showing up to the gym with a whole new energy, a stronger mindset, and a belief in himself that you can just feel in the room.
With, Mario Barrios. So anything after that, I mean, I could give you my input on there, but we are looking forward to other fights, and he's definitely on our list.
Yeah,
Definitely.
What type of I guess training has this been? Because I know it's been a little animosity because of the Joe Goosen going over and working with. Has this changed the element of how you guys been training? Because it's a little personal. So can you describe a little bit how everything's been?
I mean, it's personal for him and Ryan, because he used to train Ryan and all that. With me, I was his assistant, so I worked with Joe. But hey, like he told me before, he's done this. He's done this with other fighters, and I mentioned that it could be an ego thing. It could be something that he just wants to prove. He can do whatever he wants.
Shakur went on X and put the whole world on notice writing, "I'm going to cook Ryan badly, remember I said it." Then when Ryan publicly called him out, Shakur came right back with, "I love when the tables turn, set it up so I can show you why I'm built different, all that talking sounds nice." He followed that up with another post saying, 144 Ryan, let's run it, I'll pull up to your fight, Skurd VTO is involved so don't you dare disappear. On the other side, Ryan Garcia made no secret about how he feels about Shakur as a person, basically saying the guy is full of himself and doesn't bring much to the table once the gloves come off. Ryan made sure to point out that inside the ring people respect what Shakur does, but outside of it there's nothing that impresses him. Garcia went back to their amateur days and reminded people that he already went head-to-head with Shakur and came out on top, proving his hands are fast enough and sharp enough to get the job done. That memory is sitting in Ryan's back pocket, giving him all the belief he needs as he pushes for this fight to get made, saying the result will settle once and for all who the better fighter truly is. Ryan wrapped it up by saying none of this is about bad blood, it's purely about watching how Shakur carries himself and deciding he doesn't rate it.
Noise around Ryan about Shakur and he's saying 144.
Do you like that fight?
That's another fight that we anticipate. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, something that we fought him in the amateurs too, so of course, Ryan wants that back because we feel that we got robbed in the amateurs and we know it, and I know it personally. So, cause I was in his corner. So, yeah, that'd be a good fight to
Shakur Stevenson put together something close to a flawless night when he stepped in against Teofimo Lopez. Every single thing he did from the first bell screamed preparation and purpose, clean execution, airtight strategy, and zero moments where you could point and say he lost the plot. Most fighters even in wins give you something to pick apart. Shakur gave the critics almost nothing to work with. Every step he took and every shot he threw felt like it came from a very specific plan. It was the kind of boxing that just shuts people up because there's no crack in the wall to squeeze through. Devin Haney on the other hand gave fans some real moments to get excited about when he tangled with Brian Norman Jr., especially when he put the champion on the floor in the second round and made it look like a statement night was brewing. But that peak moment didn't snowball into something bigger. Instead of the energy continuing to climb, the performance kind of cruised through the later rounds rather than hunting for a spectacular finish. That early fireworks display wowed a lot of people, but by the end things felt more like cruise control than championship gear.
Like too ticked off too many people, but he does talk like really arrogant shit. And he is a little bit like that in person, ever since amateurs just walking around like, his shit don't stink, and it pisses me off. Like, I was in Vegas one day talking to his friend Keyshawn. We were having a great time, great conversation. I simply said, "Hey, yo, Shakur, come over, blah, blah, blah." He goes, just looks at me and goes, "Nah, you gotta come over here." Like some arrogant shit. I'm like, bro, what is that? We're all just trying to, figure it out. It's just like, you don't gotta act like that, bro. Honestly, he didn't fight good at all. He was scared. He didn't fight. It's so biased. That commentary is disgusting. If Shakur don't throw a lot of punches, he's controlling the fight. If somebody else don't throw a lot of punches, it's, oh man, he's reluctant. Oh, he's hesitant. It's just so biased. Like, I can't even watch ESPN fights no more. I really can't.
The gap between those two outings becomes really obvious once you look at how steady each fighter stayed throughout their whole fight. Haney's night felt like a movie that grabs you hard in the first act then slowly runs out of steam before the credits roll. Stevenson meanwhile never let his foot off the gas, kept his brain switched on the whole time, and kept a tight grip on the rhythm of the whole contest. People were even whispering that a stoppage wasn't out of the question if he kept that laser precision going. Lopez basically had no real answer for how Shakur was controlling every single variable in front of him. Coming off that, Shakur is now pointing straight at Ryan Garcia and promising the same kind of total control is waiting for him too. The conversation around possible fights and who faces who keeps spinning, and right now Shakur's form makes a pretty strong case that he's sitting above almost everyone else in this weight class.
His performance with Teo, I really had no real critique for him. That's how flawless the man operated. Pause. Right? I really could, I can't tell you the last time, because normally, even if a fighter wins, there's a little something even, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but let's say Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney started off very strong with Brian Norman, and then the performance kind of fizzled out. You did what you did, and you convincingly beat a champion in Brian Norman that some people thought he would be able to knock you out. You dropped him in the second round, had a stanky leg in, so that part was good. But I feel like it didn't really crescendo after you drew first blood and hurt Brian Norman in the—
Wade Clements came out and said bluntly that Shakur is probably one of the worst possible matchups Ryan Garcia could ever draw. He broke it down saying Shakur gives nightmares to fighters across multiple weight classes, whether that's 135, 140, or possibly even 147 down the line. Nobody is totally sure if Shakur moves up to 147, but Clements thinks it happens eventually. What makes Shakur genuinely dangerous is what he does with his front hand, because it is just on another level. Clements puts Shakur's lead hand right at the very top of the sport. Maybe only Alexander Usyk can stand next to him in that conversation. Ryan does carry a solid lead hook, but Shakur's jab is a completely different animal. It's thoughtful, accurate, and it does 3 jobs at once, setting up his attacks, keeping opponents guessing, and building a wall in front of him. Clements pointed to how badly Teofimo got picked apart by that jab without ever solving it as proof of how punishing it can be. For Ryan, the options to get around it look pretty thin. Maybe a wide looping hook coming over the top could work, but even that is a long shot with plenty of risk attached.
According to Ryan Garcia, for some reason he's saying that Shakur pooped his pants. And this is not the first time that he said that. So I don't know what's up with that. He says Edgar Berlanga, boxer out of Brooklyn, was in the amateur circuit at the same time. So he was like, ask him, he knows. So, what do we know? Ryan wants to fight against Shakur after the Barrios fight. Right? Now, I gotta keep it real. Like I always do on my channel. Shakur, I don't have a problem with his overall response. What I do have a problem with is he says, Ryan, fight me at 144.
Even with all those obstacles stacked up, Clements said he'd absolutely tune in if Ryan gets past Mario Barrios. He made the point that Shakur right now is just operating at a level that puts him ahead of most people he could be matched with. What's interesting though is that Ryan actually seems to get better when the pressure is off and people aren't expecting him to win. Going up against established champions like Haney or Shakur actually frees him up mentally because nobody is loading all their expectations onto his shoulders. On the flip side, when Ryan walks in as the heavy favorite, sometimes all that weight works against him. Clements noted that when Ryan faces guys like Barrios, the dynamic feels completely different compared to when he's staring across at a multi-division champion. In those massive high-stakes fights, the underdog tag might actually be
Shakur's just a tough matchup for everybody. At 135, at 140, and some of the guys at 147, which I don't know if Shakur's ever going to go. I mean, he will, I think, at some point go to 147, but he's a tough matchup. The most educated lead hand right now, I think, in boxing. Maybe Usyk and him have the best lead hand in boxing. I mean, Ryan has a good lead hook, but Shakur's jab, the way he uses it to set up offense, the way he uses it to keep defense, the way he uses it to keep range. And yes, part of that was Teofimo not having his hands up at all, just keep getting peppered by the same thing. But damn, I don't know what Ryan does that neutralizes it. Besides trying to come around the back door with the left hook over the top of it. But even then, we're talking about a looping punch getting there before a straight one. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I'd watch the fight, though. Don't get me wrong. Ryan, if he should beat Mario Barrios, yeah, of course I'd watch him fight Shakur. I just think Shakur's too good for everybody.